Hey guys, and welcome to day 7 of Bloo Makes Christmas in 24 days. And today we're going to be making some condensed milk with pantry items. It's amazing. Come with me. So first off, we're going to be using 2.5 cups of sugar and adding that to 2 cups of water in this pot. Now before we do anything else, I just want to say thank you to Stacey over at the Farmer's Wife Homestead, because she's the one who first put this video out that I saw, and it came just in time for me because our milk powder that I've had on the shelf, because I always have it for emergencies, really pushing its use by date at this point, and I kind of felt like it was necessary to do something with it. I didn't know what, and she's come up with this, which means it's going to give it a better shelf life for at least a few more months. But at this time of year, it's one of those ingredients that you just can't have enough of in the cupboard. Let's be honest, because we use it for everything. Now once you've got your sugar and water in the pot, you want to bring it to the boil, but you want to stir it to make sure that all that sugar dissolves first. Okay, we're going to do that first. So it's all very cloudy, and when the sugar dissolves, it should go nice and clear. It should do. So while this is coming to the boil, we're going to discuss costings. Now, Blue, how much money are we going to save making this ourselves? Well, to be completely honest with you guys, absolutely nothing. Nothing. In fact, this way of making condensed milk is going to be a lot more expensive for you if you're living in the UK than buying condensed milk. However, if you are like me and you have pantry items that need using up and you want to extend their shelf life so that they don't get thrown away, then this is the way to go, especially with your milk powder, because milk powder in this country is horrifically expensive and is around about a tenner a kilo. Now that's ridiculous. It's absolutely redonkulous, and I've never ever in my life seen it as high a price as it is at the moment. Now luckily for us, my son works in B&M, and he's able to get us marked down milk when it's almost at the end of its date they're allowed to sell it. So I can actually put it in my dehydrator and dry it myself. However, to get the amount that we're using today, that's around about 20, I'd like to say 20 litres of milk to dehydrate, to be honest. That's a lot of milk powder. So for me, this is one of those recipes where I want to know how to do it, because if we don't have it in an emergency and we need it, because let me tell you, this video is less than 10 minutes long. There's a reason for that. It took me less than 5 minutes to make the whole thing. This is ridiculously quick and easy to do. I mean, Tanny couldn't even run up to the corner shop in the time it took me to do this and get back with condensed milk. So, you know, having this in your arsenal of tools and skills to do is a really, really good one to have. Because let's be honest, the day that we run out, it's always going to be after hours. It's not going to be a shop open. We're not going to be able to leave the house for whatever reason, and, you know, yeah. So learn this one, guys. Keep it in your arsenal. So here comes the fun bit. We're going to put our sugar syrup, now that it's come to the boil, we're putting it in the blender. Okay, now you can do this in a mixer. Stacey says you can do it in a mixer, but it does turn out a little bit grainy. I'm just putting it in the blender because I haven't used my blender in a while, and you know, it deserves to have a bit of a come out and play every now and again. So to this, I'm going to be adding 4 cups, the same size cup as I've been using the whole time, of milk powder. So yeah, if you're going to use your own size cup, just make sure it's the same cup you use for all your ingredients. When it comes to recipes that are cup measurements, it doesn't matter what size your cup you're using. as long as you keep everything pretty much the same. Now the amount I made was just over 1 litre, which was incredible. It's about a kilo of condensed milk. I'm blown away by the whole thing, honestly. I'm still sitting here going, did I just do that? It's just bonkers. It's brilliant. But Blue, you've just overfilled your blender. Yes, I know, but do a pulse on it. You'll be fine. Do a pulse on it first for a couple of times and then let it go. And it'll do its thing. It'll pop down when it's ready. Just get it going in the blender for a good minute or two and you'll be laughing. The whole thing will get done very, very quickly. Now most of that's popped down now. There's just a few sticky bits on the side of the walls of the blender, so I'm going to stop it and we're going to scrape down the sides. I've just been using a silicone spatula for everything to do with this because it's just easier that way. I don't want to use wooden spoons with things like this. My wooden spoons I tend to keep for sauces and stuff like that, but silicone for anything like this. Now we're going to give it another minute or two just to make sure that everything else has incorporated in this. It's already started to thicken up and you can tell by the sides of the blender just how much it's actually thickened up. And you've got to remember that when you do heat up condensed milk, it thins out very much like the golden syrup did the other day, and that thickened up when it got colder. So I'm absolutely convinced that this will do exactly the same as that. And at the moment this is kind of like a thin syrup, but more like a thin custard right now, which is fine. Now we've pulled out 2 jars that we had in the oven sterilizing. So I sterilize, if I need to sterilize my jars, I pop them in the oven. I put them on gas mark 7, which is 220 degrees Celsius, which is about 430 odd Fahrenheit, just to make sure that they are properly heated and sterilized. And since we've got a hot liquid going into the jars, we want the jars to be hot as well so that we don't end up with any kind of heat shock. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to wipe off the little drippy bits from around the top of the jars. Just grab a little bit of towel or a little bit of cloth or something, just as long as it's clean, and grab it off and you'll be fine. Just watch your fingers because these are really hot. The jars and the contents are really, really hot, so just be very careful while you do this. Now all that's left to do is pop the lids on. Now they've been sterilized too, and just make sure you hold on to your jar with a cloth so that you don't burn your hands, and just leave the jars to go cool on their own. Now it's said that this needs to be kept in the fridge. I would keep it in the fridge for now, to be honest, until I'm a little bit more au fait with how it works. And yeah, but honestly guys, get this one in your arsenal. It'll help you use up pantry items so that they extend their life, and yeah, you can't ask for better than that, and for great in an emergency, let's be honest. So if you've enjoyed this video, please do go give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Leave us a comment below and let me know how this went for you, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye!